Sometimes it's not what we can offer, like new shows or latest program gimmicks. Oftentimes, it's in fact what we are not saying. It's what the listeners feel, think, and speak about us. MCBN is here for you, cause the keyword is care. We do to keep you company, entertained, and informed. Our vision for the year 2020 is much clearer now. Your dream is also our dream for you, your family, and their future. This is the very reason why we exist. Through the new platform offered in our present time, serving the Filipinos all over the globe. PinoyRadio.com, Crosswave Radio, MCBN.TV, and Jeepney Pinoy Radio. We are MCBN, Media Concept Broadcasting Network, Incorporated. We keep you close to home. Every so often, we meet people we truly admire. And in this program, you would love to spare more than enough minutes with us. Trust me on this, it's definitely worth the time. It's the JONALYN'S Show, an interview with high flyer people, as presented by Never Give Up Foundation. Aired on PinoyRadio.com and MCBN.TV. Because it's JONALYN'S. With JONALYN, we'll give you the utmost justification to tune in, to click the link, to spend the weekend with us. Eastern Time at 2 p.m. every other Saturday, as she talks to distinguished men and women at their own turf. All respectable citizens in the community and in the country. Now, it's the moment, it's time, because it's JONALYN'S Show.
Good afternoon, Canada and North America. Good evening, Europe, and good morning, Asia. Welcome to It's JONALYN'S Show. So, how is everybody doing right now? I am really excited. Are you also excited for the average to epic episode today? Well, I am really excited. And another thing I'm excited about today is because I have these three amazing people right now, two amazing guests, and of course, an awesome co host, a good friend of mine, and a business partner all the way from Alberta. Yes, and this boy is really young, and actually, at the age of 21, he started a really successful business in network marketing and financial industry. He was making six-figure income and also built a big team across the country. So let me welcome my co-host for today, Mike Dizon.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for that, Ate Jonna. How are you doing today?
I am really doing great, Mike. Thank you. And I am really pumped because these two amazing guests that we have, it's just like I can't hold my excitement.
Me
So
too.
you know what? Let me introduce you the first of our guest for today. This amazing woman, she's a young, fearless 20-year-old powerhouse entrepreneur. She first started in the network marketing and direct sales industry in 2015. She has built a team after team in the industry, teaching many people how to earn additional income for the first time in their lives. After much success in the industry, in 2017, she realized that it was time to serve a whole different audiences, other entrepreneurs. So right now, she has a tribe of over 70,000, that's 70,000 students and clients, which she coaches in business, strategy planning, passive e-commerce investments. Like, Mike, this woman has such a big heart. Like, I love her. And
Mhm.
there's so many things I can tell about her, but if I started doing that, I don't think 1 hour is enough. So, you know what, guys? This is just a small teaser. Throughout the show, you're gonna hear more about her coming from the woman herself. And so, welcome our master trader, Coach Max. And it's a pleasure to have you, Coach Max.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
You're
We're
doing
good.
We're good. How is everything? I'm super excited to be here on this Saturday afternoon. I'm so excited for you guys and your platform, and I just appreciate you guys bringing me on the show.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for your time here today,
Yeah,
Coach Max. We really, really appreciate your time.
absolutely.
We're absolutely honored, and we're just super excited for this. Super excited. But before we get started, we
Mhm.
have another guest that's joining us today, and this
Yes.
guest, like, I'm not even sure where to start. This man is just loved by tens of thousands of people. He's
Yeah.
a six-figure, what do you call this, coach also, and
Hmm.
six-figure mentor, and he's just impacted so many people's lives. This man has such a big heart on the like big heart on the inside, and he's super kind on the outside. Has been in the day trading industry for years and years.
Hmm.
And anyway, without further ado, let's introduce Mr. Ryan DeFreitas.
Hey,
Hi
hey,
guys,
Hey. Hi,
hey.
how are you?
Ryan.
How are you? How are you? Thanks for
What?
having me, guys.
We are good. And again, you too, thank you so much for your time and for being with us here today. I know there's a lot of epic things that that's going on right now, and we just
Yes.
can't wait to hear about it. So let me just start with like actually, Mike, would you do the favor of asking our first and most important question of the day?
Well, okay, so let's do it. Let's do it. What? Sorry, I'm just like really really starstruck right now. So I'm so
Right?
sorry for, yeah, for this. But yeah, so our first question is essentially like, how are you guys? How are you guys with everything that's going on right now? You're so busy with Epic. How's everything?
We're tired.
Yeah, speak on it, sis.
We're
Exactly.
pretty tired.
Yeah, yeah, and like with essentially, how's this? Like, it's super exciting right now because we're blessed and honored to just see you guys. There's some things going on, right, in the back end. Like, what's about to happen? Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because it's super exciting right now. There's a lot of work that's behind, right? But yeah,
Right,
can
right, right. I'll elaborate a little bit. So, with the platform that we're creating, we're trying to create self-sufficient traders. We feel that the industry has been around for so long as far as forex and network marketing, and what separates what we're doing here from other companies and from every other group that we've been a part of, right, is that we've collectively came together as traders and now have the marketing foundation to help millions and millions of people, right? So we've literally Max and myself have cultivated some of the best traders alongside with us, and we've put together some of the best concepts, some of the best training, and some of the best live sessions that anyone can learn from. And so it's one thing to kind of have videos and buy a course, right, a trading course from someone or anything like that, but it's very different to have that and also have interactive live sessions, an active learning environment in which people can really see firsthand, right, how to adapt in the markets. And that's something Max and myself have proven that we can do for months now. You know,
Mhm.
so because we've proven ourselves and we've already done that for so long, we realized like let's take this to the next level. Let's not just help hundreds and thousands of people. Let's help hundreds and thousands and millions of people.
Millions. Yep.
And that's how Epic Us started.
Wow.
Right.
Wow, that's really amazing. You know the excitement, like we wanted to do it on like probably August 20th already. We can't
Right.
wait for the September 1st pre-launch. But I know guys, like we can't like explain enough like on these little words how it's really successful now. We have like what running for 50,000 on the first. This is like the 12 days, right?
Right.
Right.
However, we really wanted to know. We're really curious because I know behind all this success story, and as you mentioned earlier, you were tired. So we just wanted really to know. We're really curious about the story behind it. Who is Coach Max? Who is Ryan before all this success? Before all this big thing that's happening right now? So I'm gonna start this question with Coach Max, and then after Coach Max, you can go, Ryan. We're really, really excited to hear your story.
Sure. It's so funny that you say this because I literally post so much about my testimony. I tell people all the time that, you see where I am right now in life and you see my level of success. And yet I still feel like I have not yet arrived because I always bring myself back to a place about 3 years ago when I was super broke, just didn't have the resources to, change my situation. I didn't know what to do. And so, back in 2017 was really my breaking point, right? Where it was the point where I felt like, okay, I have to find something different to do. Okay. Things in life right now is not working out. So I found myself just giving birth to my daughter Lyric. She's 3, she'll be 4 in June. And I found myself just broke, guys, just depressed, distressed out. And a friend of mine literally brought me to a meeting out in New York City, which is my hometown. And when I got there, they started talking about Forex. And this was the first time I've heard anything like this, guys. I didn't know anything about this. I was like, is this stocks? What is it? What is the thing that they talking about? Right. I had no clue what this thing was, but I was so intrigued to the point I was sitting in that room listening to another man talk about how much, profit he made and how much everything was going on. And I'm just like, this is crazy. And I told myself, you know what? I'm going to master this skill set. I told myself that I'm going to master this. And when I do, I'm going to sit there and teach a lot of people how to do this. So, my story is pretty much I was on a job. I was a new mom. I had no resources. I had no help. It was just a struggle for me. And I took the time to study this, right? I got the concept, but Ryan will also tell you, because we talk about this all the time. We both didn't have a good foundation in the beginning.
Nope.
So as mentors now, it is very important when we're building a platform such as Epic. It is very important when we put together a program that we kind of give the students something that we never had.
Yes.
We want to make this journey for people easy and simple compared to when we, had to struggle and when we had to pay thousands and thousands of dollars that we did not have, right? To mentors that was not exactly teaching us what we needed to know. I feel like personally, I've spent 12 to maybe 18 months under the wrong mentorship. And it hindered me, right? It set me back. I was losing trades. I was losing a lot of money. My husband was like, oh, you spending money again. What are you doing? You know what I mean? It was just that type of situation. And I found myself in a place of giving up. Like, I don't know what to do here. And then I just kept pushing through because I told myself again in the moment when my back was up against the wall that I had to get this thing down packed. So Epic for me right now, like, who is Coach Max and how did I get here? Well, today I am the director of Forex education and training for Epic. Right? Ryan's like one of my best friends. And we literally cried when we seen this business model because we knew that, if we just got the opportunity to teach people the way that they need to be taught, give them a foundation, give them the blueprint, give them the content, that they're going to be successful. And so now, like Ryan stated, instead of us impacting, thousands of people, we're able to touch millions. And that was always the goal. So that's who I am, you guys. I'm a 6-figure mentor. I love teaching Forex. It's one of my favorite things to do. I'm a mom, a wife. I'm a mom and a wife. And so that's first and foremost, trying to balance that in the business.
Yeah.
But essentially, I love teaching people how to trade. You know what I mean? So to my students out there, I posted up a post earlier today letting them know, like, hey, if I could get out of this situation that I was in 3 years ago, right, and clear multiple 6 figures from a skill set, so can you. And that's just where I'm at with it.
Definitely, definitely. It felt like when you were talking, Coach Max, I felt like we're not just your student. I felt like we are your babies.
Yes.
When- like, is this my mom now?
Yes.
So yeah, that's an amazing story. It's really like every time I heard it. So obviously, this is not the first time I heard your story, and it always touched me. I remember I sent you a message on Facebook as well one day, and it's just really touching. And you know how you also have God that help you along the way. So that's amazing.
Right.
And working with your best friend Ryan definitely
Yes.
is a good thing. So let me hear from Ryan.
Definitely.
So my journey's been a crazy up and down, just like Coach Max. We've been through a lot together, and a lot of you guys know and don't know, but Coach Max and myself, we didn't even start off as really good friends, right?
I heard about that story.
You guys heard it, right? It's like me and Coach Max, the first time we met, like our styles were completely different. We were in different levels of our trading career, and I was just like, "Who is this chick? Like, she's doing like, the way she was playing, I was like, this is not cool. Like, I don't like it. Right. And it's funny now because as we both matured, and of course I wasn't at the level that I'm at now, but as we both matured and we kind of reconnected, we realized like, hey, our trading styles are very, very similar, even though we have different ways of seeing the market and are slightly different in certain aspects. But like, and that's how we became kind of like a dynamic duo and started doing sessions together and started helping thousands and thousands of people. Right. But my story began with in 2014 when I first started to learn how to trade. I quit my job because I was going full time in a previous network marketing company, was doing really well, and I felt like on top of the world. It was the first time where I didn't have to work a job and I was making money from my computer. I was like, what? You can actually do this? Like, I can actually be home, work on the computer, and make thousands of dollars a month. Like, I don't have to clock in. Like, to me, it felt like pure bliss. It felt like freedom. And I knew that I had to figure out a career or something in those lines or something as a foundation to have in my life. And trading kind of stumbled into my lap kind of accidentally. And from there, I kind of just submerged myself in everything. Like if you had a course, I went to buy it. If you had an indicator, I wanted to see it. If you had I was flying. Like it didn't matter where it was, who it was, I needed it. I was that guy who was like just so in tune into trading, like I got to figure this out. And I didn't have the right mentorship, just like Max. Like when I first started, and I tell all my students, I tell everyone we work with that getting under the right mentorship is everything. It's going to save you years and years of headache, y'all. Right? Because just like Max said, you wasted like what, 18 months, Max? I wasted, I don't know, 3 years under the wrong guidance. Again, because I was constantly searching, constantly trying to find who is the real deal. And back then, there wasn't really a lot of talented, coveted traders stepping up to the forefront. It was very, very crazy at that point where you didn't know who was the real and who were fake in the trading industry. Like everyone can have a mansion, everyone can have a Lambo, everyone can rent this and that, and you kind of just thinking, hey, this guy has money, he has to be a good trader, which is completely false.
Right.
So after doing that for about 3 years, trying to figure that out, I realized like, hey, I've been on the search for way too long. I spent tens of thousands of dollars on groups, on mentors, on everything. What I need to do is take a step back and figure out a strategy on my own, and that came with a lot of, it was just like a really setback. It was a setback for me as far as mentally, spiritually, physically, like everything, because I had to reevaluate myself and say, Ryan, you can't depend on anyone else. What you're doing is you're searching for something that isn't there. And you have to figure this out. And from there, I just really started to dive into the charts. I started to really back test my life away, spending 8-10 hours a day looking at charts. And you guys who know me know this. Sometimes I'll be on charts for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. That's nothing for me, right? I've studied charts for so long, for so many years, that it's literally like it's not even a job anymore for me. And that's the type of level of dedication that I had in the beginning. In the beginning, like not saying that you have to do that. And honestly, I don't even advocate that because that's like too much time, right? Because under the right mentorship, you don't have to do that. But I'm just telling you guys, that's how committed I was. Like I was looking at charts 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, 10 hours a day, nonstop, to the point where like my health was suffering, my relationships were suffering, everything in my house and life was suffering because I was so focused on trading. And that's how bad I wanted it. I wanted it as bad as I wanted to breathe, guys.
Right.
And I finally had my breakthrough after 3.5 years, like in 2018, where I hit my first 6-figure month, right? And that was crazy and a crazy turning point for me because a couple months later, my uncle passed away, right? And my uncle was my godfather. He was really a pivotal male in my life, and literally, like, you know, he was the only guy that I really looked up to, and it sucked because it's like I finally hit this level, right? That I've been striving for years, and my uncle didn't get to see it. I didn't really get to share that success with him. He was the only person in my life who believed in me. My entire family never believed in me. All my friends at the time, right, didn't believe me. What's this trading thing? You've been doing, like, imagine losing money for 3 years, y'all. Some of y'all get mad when you lose money for a week, 2 weeks,
Right.
a month, a year. Imagine you struggling for 3 years on something. No one's believing you at that point. They're like, bro, give it up. Hang it up. You're a loser.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what people are saying at that point. Okay, but that's what my uncle, guys, right? He believed in me.
Right.
And because he believed in me, you know, I held strong to my core beliefs, and I just persevered through, and I had to make him proud. I had to make my mom proud. I had to make everyone proud around me. But he passed away literally a couple of months after. And from then I was like, you know what? My uncle was that person who always took care of the family. He was the person who you can look up to and say, I don't want to say like the rich uncle, but he was like, hey, listen, you got a problem? Come to me. He was the guy with the list. You have financial burden or something going on, you need an extra 500,000, come to me. I got you. Like, that was the type of man he was. He was always Mr. Fix It, always Mr. I'm going to help you guys out. The entire family. My family is huge, you guys. So, you know, once he passed away, I told him, you know, I prayed to him. I told him that, listen, that's who I have to be. I have to be that next generation guy to step up, not just for myself, not just for the people around me, not just for my family, but for everyone who rocks with me. Right? I have to be that person that you can talk to, that person that got you, that person that's going to persevere with you, the person that's going to believe in your dreams. And that was a turning point for me in my life, guys. And a lot of people don't know that, right? And that's why I held strong to the vision, to persevering, and that's what kept me like going, because I didn't care at that point. My uncle passed away, and I didn't care. Whatever it took to be a 6, 7, 8 figure trader is what I'm going to do to take care of everything around me. And ever since then, it's just been slow progression every single year, getting better and better and better. And obviously, as you guys know, met Max. We reconnected, I guess you could say. Reconnected with a better level, and now she's like the sister I never had. And we started to do live sessions, and from there, it's been history. Everyone, thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of people have been rocking with us ever since. And that's how Epic, you know, kind of started.
That's really amazing, guys. Like, Ryan, you talking about your uncle really give me a goosebump, because it's really important that we believe in ourselves, you know. But if there's just one person that actually believe in us, that, you know, it makes us so much of a difference. And I'm sorry to hear about the passing of your uncle, but I know for sure that up there he's clapping his hand and telling everybody there that that's my nephew, yo, and he's like sharing all these blessings in him right now. So definitely he's proud. And guys, we know that we wanted to hear more. It's just we're gonna have a short break. We're gonna have a little commercial, and we will be right back.
While we live in uncertain times, one thing has never been more clear: the need to be financially independent. If you want more out of life, let us show you how to get it. People of all ages are now learning what the banks and other institutions have known for years: how to make money trading in the financial markets. There's over $6 trillion traded each day. Let us show you how to get your piece of that. Epic ushers in a new era of financial education, combined with an unprecedented compensation plan to help you and your family live the life you've always dreamed of. It's time to take your seat at the table. You and your family deserve it. Don't.
4 radio stations in one great app. MCBN Media Group app is a must-have app for all global Pinoys who love music. Free to download. Pinoy Radio, today's best Filipino music, plays the latest pop music with a mix of good old throwback OPM hits. Crosswave, the right hit music mix. America's Top 40 CHR Internet Radio slides back from the 90s and 2000s playlist, and today, Jeepney Pinoy Radio. Tara, sakay na! Let's rock and roll! The alternative way to listen mainstream and Pinoy indie music, OPM rock, and rap. Handpicked into one great playlist with live and acoustic versions. Plus, featured Tunog Kalye faves. MCBN Radio, 24/7 of the most listened American and British throwback hits from the 70s and 80s. With live broadcast feature and serving as the voice of the community. MCBN TV, live TV programs and mainstream blogs from great entertainment personalities and social media influencers. Download now. Here at Action Honda, meet the versatile CRV, the well-equipped Accord, the refreshed Civic. Usap tayo kabayan, dahil kay Paeng Nebres, handa kayong pakinggan. Pasyal ka lamang sa aming tanggapan, 43 Kingston Road at Lawrence Avenue East. Look for Paeng Nebres, 416-281-1234. As always, zero down payment, zero security deposit, or 90 days, no payment. Action never stops at Honda. Action Honda. Talk that matters on PinoyRadio.com and MCBN.TV. It's JONALYN'S Show.
And welcome back to It's JONALYN'S Show. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in today. But yeah, as we were talking, so much sacrifices have been made, and honestly, like that personal side of Ryan, I haven't heard about that. It just really shows that if you want success hard, no matter what happens, you have to keep pushing for it, right? I'm learning so much from. Absolutely.
Right.
Never give up. I'm learning so much from Coach Max and Ryan today. But so your guys' story, like Coach Max and Ryan, it's just so inspirational. Now we have the next question for you.
So
Go
we
ahead.
also heard that Forex, foreign exchange to be exact, trading has the biggest impact of you guys' life changes. So we just want to know what kind of changes we are talking about here, into what extent, and I mean, is it like a changes kind of like a Honda Civic to a Lamborghini? It's like we're actually asking about your lifestyle right now.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Ryan.
Oh, me first? Okay.
Yes.
Is he sleeping?
Okay. So for me personally, like Forex has changed me in more ways than one. And I talked about this all the time, guys, right? If you know me, then you know that I speak on Forex. It's all about discipline. It's all about you versus you, right? Not really you versus the market. And once you have more self-mastery of yourself, you can then master the markets with a lot more ease. Okay. So what I mean by that is if you don't have discipline in your life, it's going to be hard to be a disciplined trader. And if you know anything about trading, you need to be disciplined to some degree. Like if not, like 98% of the time, you like 90% of the time you need to be disciplined. Like it's something that can't be taught. It's something that is an intangible trait that most people just don't grow up with, right? Because we're in a lot of different situations, a lot of home environments, and a lot of us aren't really in tune with self-discipline, unless like it takes some sort of like outside circumstance. Sometimes it's a crazy death. Sometimes it's the military. Sometimes it's you're in a crazy situation. You're homeless. But it takes like a crazy burden in your life or like some drastic event in your life for you to like change, right? But I try to teach people that it's all about discipline. And so Forex has changed me as far as mentally, right? Because I realized I had to be more disciplined, not just in trading, in life, right? Because how you do anything is how you do everything. Right. So if I'm cutting corners in life and just in my diet, in my workout, in the way with my team, then I'm going to do the same thing with trading, right? If I'm waking up late to show up for the charts, well, it's probably because I'm waking up late in other aspects of my life. And I see that, I notice that, like when I'm late to sessions sometimes, or like I like to get up at 7 a.m. but sometimes I wake up late or something. And it's because I'm not disciplining myself correctly. I'm like, no, Ryan, like, you're like, you don't have a boss. You don't have anyone saying, hey, you gotta clock in. You have to be on top of yourself.
I
So
can't
it's another
enough. Yes.
Right. You have to be on top of yourself. So it's like, yo, you have to be your own boss. You gotta smack yourself and say, yo, time to get up. Time to get up, bro. Like it doesn't matter. You gotta get your feelings out of the way.
Right.
And you gotta realize, if you want to get to the money, if you want to get to that next level, you have to be on top of yourself. So mentally, trading has put me in a different space. And I've realized that carryover from being self-mastering myself and being more disciplined carried over to my trading. Like a lot of you guys know that when I first hit my first 6 figures, it wasn't because my technicals got better. It wasn't because I learned Coach Max 25th and dip.
Tell him, bro.
It wasn't because of anything else. You want to know what it was? The secret was I started to become more disciplined.
Yes.
I had a trading plan. I became more structured. Now, let me tell y'all, I wasn't structured or disciplined in life.
Exactly.
So how could that translate into trading? Right? So I had to become more structured and disciplined in life while I was trading, and everything started to carry over. I started to become more structured and disciplined in trading that carried over into life. I started to become more structured and disciplined in life that started to carry over in trading. Right? Again, how you do anything is how you do everything. It all
Definitely.
and carries over. So like that mental capacity, the mental fortitude in trading and that discipline, that to me took me to the next level, right? As far as like self-mastery in myself, right? Obviously physically even translated to me just working out more, getting more involved, more in tune with my body, strong mind, right? And that, right, like just keeping yourself tuned. Like you have to think of yourself as an engine, a well-tuned engine. And literally, like it's like you want to eat the great foods that'll fuel your body. You want to keep yourself active. Again, trading is all mental. So you have to keep yourself at an optimum state. And a lot of people neglect that. You think you're going to eat chips and fries and do well trading. Not saying that you can't, but if you put your mental capacity in a better state, right, you're going to do better just as far as trading and absorbing knowledge and being more focused. Right. So like mentally it changed me, physically it changed me, financially, like I'm able to take care of my kids 10 times more. Right. Like 10 times more. Haven't had a job in over 6-7 years. Right. I have a new condo that I'm moving into literally in the next 2-3 weeks.
Wow.
Right. Like I have investments now, properties, all that type of stuff. Right. So it's completely changed my life. Right, because now I have investments, I have other properties, I'm able to take financial care of the people around me. Like this is really all I truly wanted was, hey, listen, I don't have to work a job. I can take care of everyone around me. I can have investments, and I can live the life that I want to live. Like that's really what Force was for me. It wasn't about the Lambos. It wasn't about traveling the world and all that, even though that comes with it. That's great. But to me, where I wanted to start was, hey, listen, I just want to be able to take care of those around me. And I want to be
definitely
right. And when you start with that, the rest kind of domino effects hit. You hit that stuff later on by default.
If I could chime in real quick, Ryan, not to cut you off, but like he just hit the nail on the head. So like back in 2018, I hit my first like 5-figure month. I think it was like $50,000 trading.
Wow.
And as the money came and went. So when you talk about lifestyle and discipline, he literally is saying something that everybody needs to listen to, something that I teach as a financial principle. Like, you know, you've never had this kind of income in your life. And then all of a sudden, everything around you becomes shiny. So with self mastery, like he's talking about personal development, as somebody would say, You have to develop yourself in order to get to that next level and keep your wealth. So for me, my life has changed where I've retired my job. Guys, I'm 28 years old, been
Wow.
doing this for 3 years strong. Under 30, I'm able to take
Right.
care of my daughter. I'm able to spend a lot more time with my husband. I'm also looking at some property right now, at going to buy some property. And, we both
Wow.
have nice cars and, just me, my daughter's 3 years old. So really and truly, the lifestyle aspect is not about the fancy things. It's not about
Definitely.
having nice jewelry and all this other stuff. No, it's really about being there for who you need to be there for, our children, right? And that next generation, the people around us. I remember being on a job and not being able to leave work to go breastfeed my daughter, things like that. I just never wanted to feel that place of lack. I was just telling a student this morning that she was telling me how much she's struggling. And I was like, that's a mindset. I
Mhm.
was talking, and Ryan can tell y'all this. I was talking
Mhm.
six figures way, way, way before it came. I was like, I'm a six-figure earner.
Right.
I kept saying
Right.
it way before it came. So a part of the lifestyle is definitely your habits. It's definitely the way that you carry yourself. It's definitely your mindset. Like Ryan was saying, getting up, going to the gym, getting your body going. You have to be in a certain mindset to attack the chart, right? You
Mhm.
can't just be tired and sluggish all the time. Like you have to be ready to roll, especially when teaching. It's a lot of energy. So we
Right.
have to take care of ourselves in a whole different way that a lot of people don't understand. And having the resources and the income kind of helps us do that.
Yep.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, just two things. You two are both talking about getting a new house. I mean, are we invited for the housewarming?
Of course.
Definitely.
Of
I hope the
course.
borders are open at
And
that time.
when the borders is open for sure. And second thing, Mike, I've been telling you, stop eating your Popeyes. That's too oily for you. He don't sleep and he eat really unhealthy sometimes. And he
Oh my
brag when
gosh,
he's
yes.
healthy.
Yes,
So
I am learning so much from here today. I was just like making notes after notes here, and I think my biggest takeaway from what Coach Max and Ryan said here is the discipline. So how you discipline your life is how you're going to be disciplined in trading. And
agree.
a lot of people, they're so focused on the Gucci, the Louis Vuitton, they're so focused on the Lamborghini, right? Guys, like all that is going to come. Like my biggest
Right.
takeaway is that all that is going to come, and when it comes, you want it to stay. And how are you going to do that? You're going to do
Definitely.
that by attracting the wealth, not forcing it to you and then spending it all out. So attract it by, changing your mindset, changing your lifestyle, giving it that healthy, makeover, if that makes sense, right? So, you want the money to come and stay,
Right.
Mhm.
right?
100%.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the sharing of the blessing part, the sharing it to your family and people you loved, that is really, really important too. Because they always said, right, the more you give, the more you receive. So you guys sharing it to the people you love and sharing it to us, especially your knowledge and this discipline, it is like really amazing. I was telling Mike before that I used to pay thousands of dollars just to have a mentor to mentor me for one
That
hour,
life coach.
and that mentor, she was just yelling at me. I'm like, why am I paying you to yell at me? But you know what? That mentor changed my life. So having you
That sounds
guys,
like Max.
and it's like, and it's free. We can just reach you. So that is amazing. And
That's
now
big.
we're just gonna get a little bit technical. So I'm saying this because when I first heard about forex trading, I was actually really like, I never thought I'm gonna do it because looking at this chart behind me, then
Mm-hmm.
some numbers, I'm like, oh my god, it's too complicated, I think. And
Right.
I think it's so mathy. So I mean, I hate math. However, when I started like joining the Epic and having the community with you guys, I realized that there's nothing really math about it. It's the logic, it's your
Mm,
mindset, it's just really reading the market. And
mm,
having an amazing team, having an epic educational platform, and having a coach and mentor like you two, Ryan and Coach Max. I mean, it's definitely a good thing. And one thing I always tell my team and the people that I am, showing this opportunity, I always tell them that, the one thing I really wanted about this is you're learning a skill that no one can steal from me, a skill that I can bring anywhere in the world, a skill that I will have as much as I want to, like even if I grow
Right.
older, right? So that's just that skill is already a win for me. So now my question really is, I mean, for this is for, I already realized that it's not, but this is for our listeners and viewers right now. So I mean, is forex trading really, is it hard? Is it really complicated? I mean, is it really mathy, and is it doable, and is it everybody, for everybody?
Right.
I would
Ryan, Coach
definitely
Max?
answer. Yeah, I'm gonna answer that first because I'm the beginner
Yeah,
master trader. Y'all
you're a
already know I
proponent of
love.
it.
This is my book. I see you got my favorite book posted behind you, so I'm gonna bust mine out. I live by this Bible, y'all. My students
Yep.
already know. So 7 months into my trading career, I realized, like, is it really this hard? Like I said, I was up under the wrong mentorship and they were giving me like too much too soon. And
Mhm.
I was like, there gotta be an easier way, right? There has to be an easier way to actually find the money. And I realized that the candlesticks was actually the easiest thing that I can teach a new student to master, because just like when we were in kindergarten and we were matching pictures and shapes, right, and different sizes of things, the forex market in my mind, the way I teach it is the same exact way. Like, the triangle patterns and the M's and the W's of the market, the candlesticks.
Mhm.
I try to make it so simple that you have to understand. So for me, Forex is easy. It's not the level of, is it hard or easy? It's more so your level of commitment to it. Are you going to take the time to actually master this thing? So no, it's not math. Because, even though there's numbers that you're dealing with in price and different currencies, we have tools that's essentially going to calculate these things for you. So there's no need to sit here and do all these hard calculations. Like back when Ryan and I was learning and we didn't have these tools, but you guys that are learning have some very cool tools that I talk about. And essentially this one book brought me to
Mhm.
6 figures. This one book, I hope y'all printed it out when I told y'all about it. This one book brought me to 6 figures when I realized, like, okay, everything in the market is repetitive. Everything is a pattern. Everything has
Mhm.
happened before. So if it happened before, it might happen again. When you realize that flow, and if you guys follow Ryan, he like to talk about his waves. I'm gonna let him talk about it.
Yeah.
When you realize that there's a flow of the market, it becomes simple and easy. It's just like riding a bike, and the first day
Mhm.
you falling off and you scraping your knee, right? Then the next day you kind of getting it, then you hit your elbow, but eventually you're gonna be riding with your hands off, right? Hands in the
Mhm.
air, like
That's right.
it's just like
That's
that.
right.
It is literally just like that, and it all takes the time that you put in. So to me, Forex is easy,
Mhm.
it's simple, and like Ryan said, it's all about the mentor and the coach. If you have a good
Mhm.
mentor, you're cutting off years, years off of your learning curve. I promise you. So that's how I see,
Mhm.
guys. This is an easy thing. Don't make it complicated. Go ahead, Ryan.
Definitely, that's a really good thing to hear,
Hmm.
especially the math part, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's some math on this. I think it's the part of, like, you're counting all
Counting
the
your money.
pips that you made,
Yeah,
We
counting
got
all
exactly.
the
tools for that,
profit and the
though.
money that you made.
That kind of math I
That
Right.
like.
We got tools
Cool.
to count the pips now. We don't even, you know what I mean? We don't even have to get that deep
Oh
anymore.
wow, that's really
Yeah.
good. Okay, so guys, again, we love to hear more. We're gonna come to the point that we're gonna be asking you guys how can actually our listeners and viewers can learn from you, and maybe join this epic thing that's happening right now. But we'll go through that after another commercial. So we will be right back.
While we live in uncertain times, one thing has never been more clear: the need to be financially independent. If you want more out of life, let us show you how to get it. People of all ages are now learning what the banks and other institutions have known for years: how to make money trading in the financial markets. There's over $6 trillion traded each day. Let us show you how to get your piece of that. Epic ushers in a new era of financial education, combined with an unprecedented compensation plan to help you and your family live the life you've always dreamed of. It's time to take your seat at the table. You and your family deserve it. Don't be average. Be epic.
Your very own frontier. Introducing Canyon Hotels and Resorts, Palawan. Developer of Canyon Estates. A 128-room, mixed-use beachfront hotel facility in the center of one of the best islands in the world, Palawan. Equipped with full range of amenities, the best ocean view, and access to multiple tourist destinations. Canyon Hotels and Resorts, Palawan. It is a worry-free investment with no maintenance responsibilities, no monthly condominium dues, guaranteed rental income, no real estate tax payments, fully furnished dormitory units, and guaranteed CCT condominium certificate title. Visit Expanse Realty Canada office at 7894 Dufferin Street, Vaughan, Ontario, or call at 905-781-6165. Our email ncbn@gmail.com. From the eye clinic that introduces unique, funky, and fashionable eyewear, 7 taon na ang nakakaraan, continues to deliver. Sunny Optical is the one. Patuloy at tuloy-tuloy ang alagang makabayan. Serbisyong Canadian. If you're looking for the distinctive, innovative, and coveted frames and sunglasses, Sunny Optical now serves our patrons much better. At dahil may Pinoy optometrist, alam namin ang pangangailangan nyo. 2 locations, 1 vision. In Ontario, we are located at the Markham Place, 3244 Highway 7 East, Unit 166. In Thornhill, we are at 1 Promenade Circle, Y007. Kita-kita na lang kabayan at Sunny Optical. The weekend that worth the wait. It's JONALYN'S Show on PinoyRadio.com and MCBN.TV.
And welcome back to It's JONALYN'S Show. I hope you guys are learning a lot because I'm learning so much right now. I'm just learning so much right now. Like the thing that Coach Max said earlier, again, guys, like just keep it simple, right? Go through the ropes. Scraping your knee is a rite of passage. So what you got to do, I learned that the hard way. What you got to do is you just got to keep doing it. You just got to keep doing it. And having them as mentor, guys, like I can't stress that enough. Having them as mentor is a really, really big blessing. So if you can find a really, really big opportunity, a really, really big platform, and you have a mentor and, you know, you're just ready to put in the work, that is honestly, like those are the 3 main recipes, like 3 main ingredients for success. Yeah, and there's just so much things that we want to learn from you guys right now, but so little time. I mean, so like, how do I put this? Like with my previous industry from before, I was already making multiple 6 figures, but I resigned from that industry. And I resigned from that industry. I'm going to be completely honest right now. It's because I saw this. So making 6 figures, you got to give up something to gain something, right? I'm just so excited to be earning 7 figures, 8 figures with this business. And I know with your guys' help, we can do that. And so like coming back to the question earlier, Ryan, did you want to add a little bit on that too? So is trading for everybody?
Right. Of course, man. Of course it's for everyone. Just like Max was saying, to touch up on it, it's not that it's easy, it's just simple, right? So when you overcomplicate trading, that's when you get messed up. When you have 15 indicators, right, and you're trying to learn 15 different strategies, and then you're trying to talk to 10 different people on YouTube about it and learn all the, you get messed up.
Right.
Okay. That's where people mess up on. And one of the benefits of working with Max and myself is that we keep it stupid simple.
Absolutely.
The KISS
Definitely.
method, right?
Definitely.
So we don't overcomplicate things. Like, we try to keep it as basic as possible. Not saying that you can't add things, right? But you need a core foundational which you can build upon, right? And that's how we think of trading. Is like you need that core foundation. So once you have that, it's game over.
Right.
But most people don't start with that. They think they need the most elaborate indicator. They think they need all the bells and whistles of trading.
Right.
That's not really what you need. And that's what we have collectively came together with. And shout out to our entire dream team, our whole trade team that's been rocking with us with
Yes.
Epic. We've collectively came together and now create a course that kind of is really going to help everyone at every level. Doesn't matter if you're beginner, intermediate, advanced, any level you can come in and really understand the markets.
Right.
So
Yes.
really that's where it is. It's like just coming into the right mentorship, right? And then also not getting overcomplicated with the trading, because that's where most people go wrong. I mean, that's where I went wrong. I thought that, like, when I first started, guys, I had maybe 10 different indicators on my chart for at least
Me
a year.
too.
For at least a year. I'm like, I have 5 PMAs, I have stochastics,
Too much.
RSIs,
I was combining strategies and
combining. Exactly. You're thinking to yourself, hey, this guy's successful. She's successful. If I combine this one and this one, use it together, oh man, I got the holy grail strategy, right? That's not how trading works.
That's not how it
And
works.
until you go through that yourself, you're going to realize that you can't combine two different methods that are completely different. You really can't, because those two traders probably cultivated that strategy tailored to them. And that's what you have to do as a trader. You're going to take something that you might learn from Max, something that you might learn from me, and cultivate your own strategy. But the strategies have to be kind of similar and have the same foundation. But as long as they have the same foundation, you're fine. But you'll learn from different people and kind of create your own strategy. But when you're trying to put together too many at once, that's when things kind of go sour. So again, all is just, it's just about simplifying everything. Nonetheless.
Definitely.
Wow.
Yeah, and so we learn so much about your life story, how you get here. Now we learn a little bit of the technical side. I mean, if
Right.
to you guys that's listening and watching today, if you want to learn more of the technical, well, I mean, I think Coach Max and Ryan are gonna tell us a little bit more about the Epic and what they do. So our last question would be, Coach Max and Ryan, we talk about a lot of Epic. I mean, me and Mike share about our experiences with you too. So we just wanted you to, if it's okay, if you can tell our listeners and viewers, how are you also going to be able to change their life if they are interested, and how can they reach us?
Oh yeah, awesome. So first and foremost, I want to thank the both of you for getting Ryan and I to come on here, because it's really
It's a pleasure.
important that we talk to people all across the world and reach many different platforms, and letting them know that Forex itself is something that you can do from the comfort of your home and from the comfort
Mm-hmm.
of your phone. I really mean that. I mean, like, literally catching a flight and, having Wi-Fi, you're able to trade, right?
Yeah.
So for me, how can I help you? Well, first and foremost, the one thing I'm going to help you with is discipline. Everybody knows this about me. I'm one of those people that's going to help hold you accountable. I'm one of those people who's going to teach you how to study this book. So this book is what you're going to be. You're going to marry this book. You're going to fall in love with this book. I'm so serious. You're going to have this book in your car, all of that, because when you master it, I know how it's going to change your life as it did mine. Epic University, when I essentially came up with a concept for it, one of the things I wanted to do is like, what, I can run this like school. I can give them homework. I can introduce a study hall if they need extra credit, if they need extra help, if they need, a lot of people gravitate to Ryan for what he teaches, because like he said, we're similar, but we have differences, right? And people gravitate to me because I'm just that beginner friendly person. In the beginning, they grab towards me because of the way that I teach beginner concepts. So, inside Epic, if you have not already joined, if you have not already reached out, you might want to go ahead and do that, because we're going to impact people's lives all over the world. We're going to touch people in every single country on the face of this planet. We already have, and we're going to continue to do that. That's just something that I'm big on. Is discipline and confidence. I tell people all the time, 3 years ago, I didn't have the confidence to even do a Facebook Live. So if I can get up here and be in front of thousands of people, and not just on Zoom, because Zoom stopped me, right? COVID stopped me. But before that, I was doing this live in front of people all over the country.
Wow.
So it's not going to stop me to teach you, as long as you're willing to commit your time, as long as you're willing to sign up, and just commit full time to this. I promise you that you're going to be successful. So You guys can reach out to me on Instagram at coachmax_. That's pretty much where I am all the time. And that's pretty much it. Can't wait to mentor you guys.
Thank you, Coach Max and Ryan.
Yeah, guys. So again, thank you both, Jonalyn and Mike, for having me. It's
Thank you for
extremely
being right here with us today.
I'm extremely appreciative of the opportunity. And of course, you guys, a lot of you guys know you can follow me at Ryan Grinds across all social media, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. I'm mainly on Instagram. And yeah, guys, it's been a pleasure to be here, been a pleasure to mentor and help all you guys, and everything we have put together with Epic. It's honestly overwhelming, like
It is.
in a good way. It's because, like Max said, it's something that we've always dreamed of. It's something that we want to put together for a very, very long time. And now everything is manifesting, everything is coming into fruition at such a quick rate. But we're extremely excited, right? We're extremely overwhelmed with joy because we know so many people's lives are going to be changed forever.
Yes.
Forever after this. You know, after October 1st, there's going to be so many success stories. So if you are not part
Yes.
of the movement, I promise you, you are missing out. You need to reach out to Max, myself, or anyone on our team here, and we can help you out.
Yep.
And you know
Yes.
what, Ryan? Actually, before I pass it to you, Mike, when you said like about so many stories, so I myself, I have been self-publishing books. So I wrote books, and I have this book that's called Never Give Up. It's the same name as my foundation, and I've been writing it for six years, and I could never finish it because I'm interviewing 10 successful people, and I just can't really find a lot of people that actually fits on the story that I wanted on the book. So I was just telling myself, after this trading and all this success, I think I'm gonna have more than 10 people on this book, and I just can't wait to write this book and announce it to the world how these things like change our lives. So
Right.
you,
Right.
Mike?
Right.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Like I'm just so excited with everything that Coach Max and Ryan are doing. Like with where I came from and what the future is looking like right now. I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited. I'm just so happy and grateful for
Yes.
everybody. And guys, like if I don't know how to put this. Like I really encourage you guys. Like if you are not where you want to be, if you want more in life, if there's things that you're unsatisfied with regard to your life, maybe it's your relationship, maybe it's your because all of that boils down to how are you designing your life. And this platform, it's going to allow you to exactly do that. It's going to allow you to design your life so that you can achieve like anything and everything that you want to achieve.
Right.
So I'm just super excited, and I'm so blessed to have you guys as mentors. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is somewhere we're gonna flash in here to the what do you call that, the handle on Instagram.
Right.
So at Ryan Grinds, everybody, or at Coach Max _.
Right.
That's where you can reach us. If you'd like to reach out to me also, it's X Mike Dizon on Instagram. Ate Jonna, what's your Instagram?
Let me make
It's
sure I'm following you.
Jonalyn. It's
Right.
Jonalyn actually on my Instagram.
Right.
You can also reach me in Facebook and in YouTube and at PinoyRadio.com. So every other Saturday we're going to have this interview, and I think this next Saturday I'm not gonna spill the bean, but we're gonna have an amazing guy that we're going to interview next Saturday as well. And again, Coach Max and Ryan, I can't thank you enough for
Thank
being
you.
here with us today. I know you can do other things, but you decided to be here and share your story with our listeners and viewers. This is a phenomenal interview. This is like an amazing interview. I've learned so much, and it
So
touched
much
me. It
learnings.
moves me. The
Hmm.
all this the story that you guys shared to us, and I know for sure that our listeners and viewers also have the same thought. Like you move them, and I know for sure that this is gonna stay with them. The all the thought and the knowledge that you share, the discipline most especially, and loving the family in our especially in our community. That's a really big thing. So thank you guys so much. Also, again, thank you so much, Mike, for
Oh, you're
co-hosting with
welcome.
me
It's my
today.
pleasure.
It's really amazing, and I also wanted to thank the guy behind the scene, Kuya Von, and Pinoy Radio and MCBN TV. Also, again, thank you to our listeners and viewers today, and for the ones that's going to watch the replay. because we're also gonna have some viewers in Europe and Asia, but they're sleeping right now because we have different timings.
Right.
And then I really hope that you guys learn a lot from this episode, and I hope this really brings an inspiration to you guys. And again, please watch us again next Saturday with our amazing guests. And just a quick announcement, guys. Before we go, Never Give Up Foundation would like to thank our donors and sponsors. We are still accepting donors and sponsors as well as volunteers for our homeless gift giving program here in Canada this coming Saturday, September 19th, right after the next show next week. And yeah, guys, thank you again so much. Till next Saturdays, and I love you all.
Yeah,
God bless.
thank you.
Bye,
Thank you, everybody.
guys.
Thank you, Coach Max. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ate
Not a
Jonah.
Thank you,
problem.
guys.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
While we live in uncertain times, one thing has never been more clear. The need to be financially independent. If you want more out of life, let us show you how to get it. People of all ages are now learning what the banks and other institutions have known for years: how to make money trading in the financial markets. There's over $6 trillion traded each day. Let us show you how to get your piece of that. Epic ushers in a new era of financial education, combined with an unprecedented compensation plan to help you and your family live the life you've always dreamed of. It's time to take your seat at the table. You and your family deserve it. Don't be average. Be epic.